anybody waiting. There's somebody watching. There's 3 people. The TV says 3 people waiting. So, and we're live. 3 people watching.
There's the notification. There's a Jason's RC going live.
Heck yeah, the link is in the chat for whoever wants to jump on. I'm going to be working on my C10.
That's nice.
Yeah, I totally did what you did. Cut out the center.
Cut out the center, yeah.
I actually, I cut that thing up in like the back, the 2 sides. So 4 pieces I bolted on separately.
Yeah.
And now I can't even find my C10. Oh, there it is.
I might not be good for a lot, but I guess I'm good for something to some people.
Right? Hell yeah.
See, we got Jeremy T in the chat.
Oh yeah, there he is. What? Oh, that's probably him. No. Wait. Oh, that's Jeff Brown. Heck yeah.
I figured I'd crash. I was like,
That's
oh.
awesome.
I was like, the link's there. I was like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, I've been trying to get the kids up there for the past week, and it just something always comes up. It's like, damn it. So eventually I'm bringing all 3 kids. All 3 kids now can drive these freaking things. It's freaking awesome. Yep. So hopefully within this week sometime I can get up there.
Am I crackling or are you crackling?
Yeah, it might be me.
Okay.
Because normally if I can't hear it, it's usually me.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I can hear it, but yeah.
Is it still going on?
It's very little.
Yeah, his mic volume might be kind of loud.
I figured, I haven't been on in like, I don't know, a year at least.
There, okay. I turned my mic volume down a little bit. Heck yeah, so I have gone and converted from crawlers to monster trucks now.
Crawlers to monster trucks.
Yep. There's one of them I've been working on.
Well, I mean, there's still minis, so.
Yeah.
Something a little different.
Yeah. This one's still a work in progress. I think tonight I'm throwing a brushless system in it. And I haven't even driven it like in its current form either. I'm already throwing brushless in it.
They need to slow down on how many brushless systems they're coming out with. Jesus.
Oh, I know. Freaking Enjoyers releases one. Freaking Hobby Wings got one. Spectrum's got they're probably by far the shittiest one. Yeah.
Well, that one's discontinued, I'm sure. I don't know. My buddy that actually worked, there, he got laid off right before Christmas. So, but But no, like even Furatech, it's like, man, pump the brakes. Like,
Yeah, I know.
it's like, okay, you release the Unity 2-in-1, you have the Micro Python with whatever, and I'm just like, I mean, how many do you really need?
Right?
Yeah. What was it? Endura alone released 4 different systems in like a 2-month span.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, they got the Fat Viper, the regular one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Who were you expecting to join when you saw me?
Oh, Jeremy T.
Oh.
But he's probably going to be going to bed soon. He's got to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
But the mini market dude is still killing it. Like,
Yeah.
the Red Cats have really picked up. Like, when they first came out a year ago or whatever, I mean, they sold good, but like, man, like all of a sudden, like this winter they seem a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't touch Axial, but
Yeah. I don't know. Me and Kevin both have that new Scout. Well, we bought them from you.
Yeah.
And we love it, dude. Like, and then I took on Kevin's, I put the Mofo 44 axial axles under it. They're meant
Okay.
for the axials.
Right.
And you would think, well, at least initially I thought I was going to lose wheel speed, but I didn't, because taking the portals off and putting in the worm gear, it was a dead nuts trade. Like,
Yeah.
the wheel speed is
Right.
exactly the
I'm
same.
sure it's very similar.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, like, as far as, like the Ascent 18 and the Scout. So I was talking with Travis, Lind, and
hmm
he said the biggest thing with those things out of the box is that they're smooth, but they're a little jumpy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right. So Endura makes the transmission 43% underdrive, and I have those coming. And
Nice.
he's like, you drop that in, and he's like, because I'm sure they're balancing, super slow crawl and trying to have a little bit more, pep. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, the Ascent 18 out of the box, holy cow.
Oh yeah, dude. I think I might still try to throw that system into an axial, like the motor and ESC. Because I guarantee you pair that up with any kind of reduction other than the portals, like, I think it's going to do good on the worm gear.
Yeah, well, the worm gear really slows stuff down.
Yeah.
Which system, Jason?
The Red Cat system.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Those two should be to you Tuesday, I believe. Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, nice. I'm trying to plug in my power strip because my phone is about ready to die.
Your phone is always about ready to die. This is how you always start your live streams. For 3 years, I've known you, and it's like, oh, guys, my phone's about to die.
There we go. 4%. Holy shit.
Dude, my phone's at like 97%, and I still switched on low battery mode.
Heck yeah.
Well, low battery mode though is nice because it shuts off all your apps that run in the background. So
Yeah.
to conserve the battery. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but I posted the gauntlet dates for this year.
Oh, nice. Are they? Is it still the weekend of the 20th?
Yeah, yep, 19th, 20th, and 21st. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, whatever that weekend falls, the third,
Yeah.
that's pretty much where it's locked in. Which is nicer from a few years ago because it used to be a week earlier, and sometimes you get, actually last year it was still pretty warm one day, but the cooler
Yeah.
weather.
Last year was actually really good weather, I thought.
Right. Maybe it was 2 years ago. It was excessively warm. Obviously, I missed 23, but
Yeah, that's the one I missed too. I went to 22, which was my first one. Missed 23, and then I went last year.
22. I think is one where it was pretty warm because I remember Tony's AC unit quit on him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Son of a."
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring the kids this year too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now that all three of them can drive these things, I think they'll have a pretty good time.
How old is your youngest one now?
4.
3 to 5 inches taller by September.
Yeah. Yeah, Toby, I just got him for his birthday. I got him that deadbolt, a 10-2 deadbolt. And then I'm still rocking a stock transmission in this thing, or a stock motor, I mean. Any new changes coming to the store?
Well, I mean, I've been well, as you saw last time you were there, I've been really pumping up my Endura selection and,
Yeah.
and just that whole everything, I mean, even on the 10 scale side a little bit, the wheels and this and that. And then I'm in the middle of my last point series for Sunday comps.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a couple like 1 day comps, like one, because over the years I've always ran into problems between Easter and Mother's Day, and
Oh,
so it's like you delay it a week or you do something funky and whatever. So now this year, I kind of shortened everything and it's worked out good. So I'll probably do a 1 day comp in April and a 1 day comp in May, just to, maybe even a trophy rate, comp or something. But,
yeah.
last summer I closed on Sundays for starting Memorial Day. But yeah, once the Sunday comps are done, I'm hoping to do some changes to the courses, some big stuff on the 10 scale. I've been talking with a customer. He has access to pipe benders and stuff like that. So
Nice.
there'll be some interesting stuff coming.
So what company sets up that crawler course at the DeVos place that you go to?
Everett's Landscape.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What would it take for them to come in and throw their touches on stuff?
Too much.
Yeah. They actually lay out the crawler course, or is they just set up landscaping and it just works out?
No, like it started last year, like, and some of
Yeah.
the guys had TRX 4Ms and stuff. But now it's like, man, I mean, it's almost become part of his booth, like, I mean, 'cause we were at the auto show, and then we were at, Ultimate Sports Show. Um, and but they've gotten better at it. But no, I mean, they design like their booth and their display around building the course.
Damn.
Yeah. So they dude, I should have taken more pictures. Like, the guys are really into it. They build these, all these little, because they have the material and all the tools and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
so and Brent, one of the owners, is all into it, so he doesn't mind them working on stuff. And so they built bridges, they build like little windmill things out of wood and all this, cool scale stuff. And it's worked out great. And then they sell trucks, for me at the show. So
Nice.
we have a deal worked out, whatever. I hand out flyers for the shop, I mean, and at the auto show last month, in February, he wanted to do rentals. He did it last year, but he wasn't prepared. And this year he bought 20 trucks from me. Yeah. And
Damn.
so he had all those set up, and he's getting better. He's working out little things. And and then at the auto show we sold 22 trucks. And then but yeah, I mean, it's been a good partnership. So
Hell yeah. What well, the gauntlet's kind of Jeff and Dave's thing. But
what are
I
you
wonder
talking
if
about?
I wonder if at some point, because that's a lot of work to put on Jeff and Dave for the gauntlet. I wonder if
Jeff
they
and
could
Dave
be
have Jeff and Dave have nothing to do with the gauntlet. It's me.
well, like Jeff goes out there and does like basically the bedrock of the trail and stuff, and then you go out there
Oh,
and you
yeah,
set
yeah,
up your
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But
well,
I wonder if there would be a possibility to have them help Jeff and Dave out.
they're so busy, dude. Dude, they do landscaping for like the DeVosses and stuff. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know what those.
no,
I know
well,
what
to
those
that
land.
to that effect, though, I mean, Dave, is not getting any younger, of course, and his
Right.
knees are really bad, and this and that. And unfortunately, Alice, his wife, is dealing with, I forget what kind of cancer, but but even Jeff and his back and stuff. So I'm hoping to maybe get some guys out there, and talk with Jeff and Dave and be like, hey, if I get some guys, can we start rearranging, digging, whatever? Like, so
Yeah.
because overall, I mean, I don't think they'd mind, so I'll talk with them more. But I definitely like to make, and I've told them, I was like, dude, just make piles of rock and piles of dirt, like, and we'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be some, I mean, we could go there and then rearrange, but it's just like, you know, because you need the dirt, you just make a pile, and then it needs to rain and compact and this and that, and then,
Yeah.
then you have a feature. It's just, but yeah, I'll talk with them a bit. Jeff is definitely having some, more back issues and stuff. So
Right. Like every year, it gets harder and harder for him to prepare for the gauntlet kind of thing, and just maintaining the course, for like other than the gauntlet.
right. Oh yeah, yeah. Just in general. Well, see,
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of feel like, now that I'm, I got my leg, my prosthetic, and I'm definitely more able, and now, and whatnot. But it's like, like I said, even if I go out there with a few guys and some, backpack blowers and this and that, and it's like, I mean, you get 3 or 4 solid guys, and you can whip out a lot of work in a couple hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have 2 or 3 guys that, hammer down than 10 guys that, stand around and talk like union supervisors.
Any word on any releases coming out this year?
Shit, Axial's been on a all winter, been on a torrent of releases.
Yeah. I am really happy with that heritage I got. I like that red and white.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely, between that body and then like the pink base camp and the pink Ascent 18 is like those were like the hot 3.
Yeah. Which is odd that pink would be. I wouldn't guess pink would be a popular color. It's definitely not my favorite.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, Axial had the yellow and white JLUs.
Yep.
And then they switched to that drab gray and drab green, and I mean, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not, saying because of reaction, but it's like you could have made one of them fluorescent orange. I mean,
Right.
or fluorescent something.
You know what I think? Well, they kind of did it with the first release of the Bronco. That it was kind of a red, white, and blue kind of thing, but the one was more of a silver than a white. But that would be kind of cool if they did something for the 4th of July. Came up with a different body and kind of did some kind of 4th of July-esque theme,
I got, I kind of need
Have
to
a good
bring back,
night, Tommy.
I need to kind of bring back selling pre-painted bodies, but even selling bodies is like pre-painted ones is difficult in the mini market.
Yeah.
Because I think I still have a Betty body painted gold, or like some kind of something like that. Maybe not quite full gold. I mean, it looks pimp, but I think it's still hanging there.
Is it like all gold or does it have like an accent color?
Well, I mean, the bed's blacked out and some other, stuff like that. And it's not
Right.
gold. It's like I don't want to say pewter because that's dark, but it's like,
Yeah.
I think it's the same whatever the body that we sold to Tony, and that is
Creep looking body?
the what?
The creep looking body?
We sold him that king where he like dubbed it the king, like whatever. Oh man, it was a couple years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
I don't know. It's a Pro Line paint, but no, it's
Gotcha.
not like total like. No, it looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not some flamboyant, uh, where are you at again?
I am over by I don't even know what township I'm in. I think I'm over by like Crawler Space.
Oh, okay. No, it's still Kent County, I think. So, But yeah, township. Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
don't know
not
if that's
Caledonia. Is it Caledonia?
Byron Center. No,
Close.
or
Very close.
Kentwood, or Kentwood.
Byron Center's literally just on the other side of the freaking
Right,
expressway.
right, exactly. So
I'm like, yeah, crawler space. Like I could probably walk to crawler space in like fucking 5 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Well, we like grant you this area is great. It's kind of sketch.
Oh, I used to
But
do Uber and Lyft driving. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Um, but we like the Wyoming, Byron Center, this kind of area. We actually are hoping there's a lot of nice houses going east, like down 68 toward Kalamazoo Ave.
Right.
There's a lot of nice houses closer to Kalamazoo Ave, but then like
Oh,
you
you run
have
into a
like
different problem at Kalamazoo.
yeah, like there's a brief area that is like nice affordable houses, but then like 100 yards off there's like 500, 600, $800,000 houses. It's like fuck.
Well, and then you go up and down Kalamazoo, and then you run into sketch also.
Oh yeah, very dark neighborhood.
Go to that Meyer on Kalamazoo and 28th Street.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one. Yep, I know exactly which one. $16 people now. Heck yeah. Oh, Max Paul's here. What's up, everyone? Jason, Alex, Jeff, and chat. Heck yeah. Double A's in there. Jeremy T's in there. That was a little bit ago.
Jeremy T went to bed.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Which you predicted. Hey, but I got my paint can cup for you. You know.
Ah. Hell yeah.
You're just like, it just reminds me of the top of it to me a paint can.
It does. No, we don't mind it here where we're at. We're gonna be here a few years. Pay this stupid thing off, and then because we're in a trailer park,
Right.
so we're gonna pay this off, and then at the same time stockpile some money, and hopefully we can get back ahead of to the point where we were before we went into the shitty ass deal that we got screwed on.
Right.
That's my goal. I just want to have what I had with the basement course. That's what I want back.
Right.
But there's really only one way that's probably going to happen in my lifetime, and that's if the housing market gets back to where it should be. Because damn, it's fucking expensive to buy a house. Fuck.
I mean, as bad as it sounds, it almost needs to crash again. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's pathetic. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I got a 1,200 square foot house, 400 grand.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like, it's like, what?
Fuck.
2-bedroom, 1 bath, galley kitchen, built in the 40s. Like,
Well, it's like the house that we had on Floyd over there. We bought it for 150 or 170, and we sold it for almost 100 grand more.
right.
And then my sister took it off. Freaking cunt. Why doesn't that wanna? What the hell's going on here?
Dude, I popped in, what was it, last night? I mean, dude, you had what, like 8 or 9 people on the screen? I was like, whoa. I was like, okay.
I know. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good last night. What the hell?
That Everett's Landscape. So he did the auto show, and then he did the Ultimate Sports Show, and then in May, he's planning an event out at the facility.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's all about the minis. So I'm gonna talk with him more.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, and I'll keep you posted on that. But
Hell yeah.
but yeah, you know, because he made up shirts and everything with all the dates and everything, you know. So
That's freaking cool. We need more draw to the minis. How's Tony been? I haven't heard from him in a minute.
dude, that guy, he needs to slow down. It seems it's like, you know, I mean, he's heavily involved, you know, with the music now on his church and stuff, and that's great. But it's like, man, he just seems all over. It's like, whew.
Yeah.
It's like I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, I need more stuff. Like, you know, just bring me your whole house. Just bring me all of CCXRC, and you know, that way I have enough inventory. So
Right. Is he still producing pretty good? Like,
as far as I know, I mean, you know, he's he's been dropping some stuff like, you know, the Mighty Chihuahuas, you know, won't come back. You know, just because of, you know, the investment, you know.
yeah, right.
You got to buy, you know, I think it was at least 100 servos or something, and you know,
Yeah.
and that's also kind of why I don't think the toolkits have come back. You know, like, you know, with me being in the industry so long, there's, you know, a phrase of like, you know, it's called one and done. It's like you buy it once and you most likely don't need another one, you know. And
Right.
so it's like you'll have a hotbed for 6 months or a year, and then after that it just kind of tapers off. So you got to decide if it's really worth jumping back in the deep end.
Yeah. Got the transmission and motor all together and forgot to put that little freaking carbon fiber freaking cover on.
You know, the rumor mill has been at work a little bit regarding me.
I haven't
I
heard.
always love to find out rumors about myself. I'm like, oh, this is entertaining. Like, what am I doing now?
I haven't heard anything.
It's more actually on the racing side, you know, because that's what I did, you know,
Oh, gotcha.
before the shop, you know, and they're like, yeah, Jeff's expanding and he's building a racetrack and this and that. I'm like, I am. I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. 10 or 15,000 more square feet.
I seriously thought, like, when that course at Sandy Pines went up, I thought you did that. Like, you basically built it and donated it to them. But I was way wrong.
No, yeah, no. No, they have a maintenance guy, that handles all kind of the landscaping and cleanup and all that on the property, or at least he's the coordinator of it, and
Yeah.
but no, he was the driving force. I mean, because they've had off-road racetracks there for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The Corolla course. When I seen that going up, I was like, "Oh, that's sweet."
oh yes, I definitely know Chris, RC Madness. I've been to RC Madness. I've been to RC Madness and all those East Coast tracks. So uh, Todd Anderson, RC Excitement, and what is it, Maximus or Maximum? I don't know if he's still open though.
Are you talking the monster truck, Maximum Overdrive, or some shit?
No, racetrack.
Oh, gotcha.
Max Paul was saying, that I probably know somebody from the East Coast, and chances are I do, especially on the racing side. Yeah, Maximum RC. Yeah, Maximum RC. I went out there. Whew, that was a while ago. I'm trying to. Man, that was a really long time ago. Whoa. Now that I think about it. I can't discuss what went on.
One of those I plead the fifth situation.
No, plead the fourth, drink the fifth. Well, I used to travel so much for racing. I mean, I was all over the place. Even uh, just my whole life under contract with race, teams and this and that and traveling and then even with SXT, because I own the traction compound business, so like
Right.
back in 2018, 2019, I went to 7 major races in 1 year. So, I mean, for an average guy, that's a lot, especially, when somebody else isn't footing the bill.
Yeah, it tends to get kind of pricey. Is the tire compound business still going strong though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it also helps that I'm, pretty much the number one compound in the United States. So.
Yeah. Now that's pretty much what you do when you're not doing the reaction, right?
Right. That's what I do during the day.
Yeah.
Which is why, I mean, it was twofold, like when I opened reaction, it was one, I need to handle that. And then, it allows me to do office BS. And then two, there's just not a lot of people out during the day. I'd rather stay open later, so
Right.
that's why I'll open at 3 o'clock. People get out of work at 5, because people are still closing at like 7, 8 o'clock. And it's like, or even earlier. I think sidetracks might even still close at 6 on some days. It's like, how do you do that? Like
Right.
during the week. I mean, oh yeah, RC driver. Yeah. So so do you see Vogel, Max Paul then, Greg Vogel a bit? It's like, it's crazy to think how much I've traveled in the last 30 years racing RC cars, and a ton of states. I've raced in other countries, Japan, England, France.
That's so crazy.
Are you off tomorrow because of St. Patty's Day, or what are you?
No, I've been off since first of December because I'm in excavating now. So now we're waiting for the frost laws to lift before we can start
Right.
back at it.
Yeah, my buddy Matt, where I keep my 4-wheeler out on his farm, he was plowing. I went over there Friday. He's starting to till the soil and all that, and he said he was still pulling up like chunks, of frozen.
It's crazy how long the freaking shit stays cold down there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's like the snow piles at my office. It's like,
Yeah,
they build them up 40 feet tall or whatever, and 100 foot long and 50 feet wide or bigger and 40 feet tall, and it's like April and you can still go sledding down it.
yeah.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Max Paul. Complimenting my shop.
Nice.
There's been a lot of new people in, which is great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're just. I mean, they're literally blown away. They're walking, and they're just like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
had a
definitely.
guy. I had a guy ask me today. He's like, "Did you build this all by yourself?" I like waited. I'm like, "No." I was like, to be honest, I really haven't built any of it.
Who is Alex still doing stuff over there?
No, so let's see here. We're in 2025, 2024, 2020, 2023 was when he was helping me,
Yeah.
I think. And then middle of 23, he moved, like they were in Hudsonville, had a nice house, this, that. And then he got married, and then his girl wanted to buy like her childhood home that she grew up in, way up in like middle of nowhere. I'm trying to think of where this was. I mean, almost to Houghton Lake,
Holy
and
shit.
it was like 2.5 hours away. And I'm thinking, I'm like, your son has like a tube going from his brain, like whatever, and it's like, I'm like, why did you move there? And
Yeah. Why so far away from the one of the freaking top children hospitals in the freaking nation?
right, they were going to DeVos, and it was just like, and now you're 2 hours. Like, what are you? But so then, no, yeah. So he's been out of town, or whatever. Um, and unfortunately, he's been dealing with stuff or whatever. He shows up at the Gauntlet last year, and I mean, I hadn't seen him in a year. I mean, maybe a couple times, and all of a sudden he's there, and I'm like, man, you made it. How's it going? This, that, and he's like, I heard him talking to somebody. He's like, yeah, well, my life's a total dumpster fire. I'm like, oh, that's okay. Something's going on.
That sucks.
But yeah, so apparently, shortly before the Gauntlet last year, his wife said, I'm no longer in love with you. You have 30 days to move out, and I want a divorce. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I remember he told me that too because I
Yeah.
ran into him there.
But he's over in Ludington now, which is where he grew up, and he's only
Yeah,
45. He's only 45 minutes from the shop now, which is nice, and
yeah,
so it is what it is. But no, I mean, like, I have just a couple guys that help with the course and whatnot now. So
yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
I'll redo all the 24th tables and stuff, but I mean, I couldn't walk on the courses before my surgery, and you know, I definitely can't
Yeah.
now.
How is that? Is that going pretty good? Like,
Yeah, it's going great.
yeah, good, 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 good.
Yeah, it's like, who would have thought, hey, let's amputate your leg so you feel better. Okay.
Yeah, that had to have been definitely a freaking life shock. Holy shit.
I wouldn't change it though. I mean, so it's, because like I said, I mean, I had some other leg issues. My circulation was bad because of vein ablations 6, 7 years ago, where they have to burn off veins and this and that. So it's actually helped. So
Gotcha. Hell yeah. Ting. Okay. Oh, Jesus. As you can tell, nothing's changed with me. I still lose shit left and right. It's even worse now that I don't have a freaking bench to work on. I gotta freaking do everything in this freaking chair.
Tomorrow, Jason. Tomorrow.
I know. I can't wait. Actually, is it today? Is it today yet?
Oh, it's today
Yes.
for you, yeah.
It's today.
What's going down?
I'm getting my new workbench, my desk, my RC desk. Finally convinced Mama to let me get a little corner computer desk to use for RC.
I just have people build my stuff now. It's like the auto mechanic, It's like you leave work and the last thing you want to do is see more.
Oh, I totally understand that.
People ask me, they're like, "Oh man, you own a hobby shop. How many RCs do you have?" I'm like, one.
they're like, what?
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. Hell yeah. Uh, 14 in the building.
Where's Jim tonight? Doing more home renovations?
Yeah, he's been working on his course like crazy.
Shit, I saw him laying flooring or something a week or two ago, or whatever he was building. I don't know what he was doing, but I was like,
Yeah, he's doing the floor in his house. He's doing a lot of shit. His course is going to be massive. It's not going to be quite reactive terrain massive, but it's still going to be massive. Your oh, you know what? I'd almost be willing to bet that square footage wise, he's probably the same size as your mini course.
well, after 2 years of whatever of having it, it's like sometimes I look at it, the mini tables, and I'm like, man, these things are small, but yeah, I mean, you can throw the minis on the big course.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you need to change anything with the mini courses because of that
No,
reason.
no, no, no.
You
I
can
mean,
on mini comp night, you can totally take over the big course.
yeah,
So it's like,
I did that like when did I do that? I don't know. I did that like 5 or 6 months ago or something because we used to do some comps on the big course.
yeah,
And like, and I
yeah.
did it like one Thursday, like last summer or something. And Dana got so mad. I was like,
Seriously?
well, because now they've gotten so used to the tables and being so close to staring
Yeah,
at 6 inches away if they want it or whatever. And
right.
it's like, come on, guys. It's like you used to kind of enjoy the big course, gates and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
the thing is,
I always liked it when you did the big course stuff. I always liked that.
well, and it can create, without having to rearrange, my tabletops so often, it's like,
Right.
it's just something new and fresh. So
Yep.
I need to
Like
overall.
whenever, Grant, you haven't been there very often in the past. Yeah. But anyway, whenever I do go there, I'm like, man, I hope it's not too busy so I can drive my minis on the big course.
Just don't go Saturdays during the winter.
Right.
55 people on a Saturday is busy. The real chaos though is on my Sunday comps.
Yeah.
Like, well, so like like in the winter, if I'll have 50, 60 people for comp, and then I'll have people come out and drive the course. So then you're looking at 70 plus people.
Oh crap. What's the capacity? What's your legal capacity? I would have to be willing to bet it's over 100.
Oh yeah. What's funny is like when I first opened and even when I expanded, um, Grand Rapids Fire Department would pop in every so often because one of the guys is into RC. And like when I first opened, they're like, oh yeah, somebody will probably, come do an inspection at some point, yada yada. And this was like 2021-ish or so, I've never seen them. And then
No.
no. And then I expanded and then they popped in or whatever, and they're just, he's buying parts, shock oil, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
And but he always has somebody. So he pops in one time, like in 2023, and he's got this older guy with guy with him and whatnot, and and I have my traction compound business there, so I'm dealing with 55-gallon drums of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they pop in and we're like walking around, and he kind of like looks through the door into my back office or whatever, and he sees like drums sitting there, and I'm just like, he's like, oh, he just kind of looks, and I forget what he said, and I was like, and I was, but I didn't hesitate. I was like, it's non-hazardous, non-combustible. Flashpoints are, you know, 400 degrees and 200 degrees and this and that. Like I didn't blink and just ripped off all the
Yeah.
information. So they were fine,
Heck yeah.
Now, if I would have walked over there and closed the door, they probably would have thought something's up. I was like, don't look at those chemicals. That's where I store my bodies.
Dude, I discovered a better freaking two-sided tape. The clear monkey tape. Oh my gosh. I can't say the actual name, but you all know what I'm talking about. It's so much better than the freaking black shit. It sticks so much better. And when you do want to take it off, it's easier to get off too. It's crazy.
You just discovered clear servo tape?
The Monkey brand, the silverback, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But clear servo tape's been out for.
Yeah, well,
I'll have to get you a big roll where some of my RC friends work, like what is it, Kent Manufacturing or something. They actually make clear servo tape for like a lot of these other companies and stuff. So they'll always have scrap, like I remember, one guy, he works there too, so they'll have like the end of the roll or whatever. So they cut like a 1 inch wide thing of servo tape, but it's the size of like a like a carpet rolled up diameter.
yeah.
That's how big his roll of servo tape was.
Oh fuck.
But 1 inch wide at least.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, that servo wire's long enough. Sweet. Oh man, that's gonna conflict. Son of a bitch, I hate it when that happens.
What happened?
Well, the stock ESC, all the frickin' wires go out the front, and the Fly Sky receiver, they go out the fucking top. That better be far enough back, 'cause if it's not, I'm gonna be upset. Oh yeah, jackpot. Damn. And my lizard can go right there.
I'm waiting on 3 orders from Enjora.
Oh yeah?
I wish they just send them all DHL. They come so much quicker. I don't know why sometimes they don't.
Yeah, DHL is a pretty big ass fucking company. Really big.
Of course, remember when I say I'm waiting on 3 Enjora orders, that's like $3,000.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sweet. Motor swap done. Now I just gotta get to Kevin's and get my lizard.
Yes.
Mega mud truck done. I call it a mega mud truck, but the thing's never gonna see mud.
Hot glue. I always shudder when people say that. I used hot glue. Ugh, come on, just go buy shoe goo.
I don't even like shoe goo. Ugh.
Don't tell me you like that E6000 or whatever.
No, I don't. I stick to two-sided tape.
Right, exactly.
And when it comes to tying up wires, I use zip ties.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Motor swap done, and that freaking red motor mount looks freaking titties.
Yeah.
Love it.
Now
Oh, shit.
Now, what truck is that?
This is a die-cast C10 body. It's the Starsky and Hutch body. And then Mofo personalized. This is one of one stainless steel tie-jacker monster truck chassis from Mofo, and it's got my little beard guy on it.
So is that still SCX 24 based then?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep. Although I am thinking about putting. It won't crawl or shit, but I got the Mias ISO Kinetics for the FMS stuff, the FCX 24s.
Right.
Because they're more of a monster truck style axle. And I'm debating on putting those on or not. Because I really am thinking of putting those on my Red Cat.
I mean, because it's really not lifted enough. So if you can lift it more, that'd be great.
Well, actually, the isokinetics for the FMS are not portals. They're just standard straight axle. So it
Oh, that's right.
actually,
Yeah. The ISOs are straight.
yeah, it wouldn't raise it up at all any more than what it is now. See, I love that pumpkin.
Yeah, it is a nice axle.
Yeah. But Jeremy T has got me going down this freaking mega truck, monster truck kick because I built a 55 Bel Air for him and it's on a monster truck chassis with monster truck tires. And it turned out so sick. And that stemmed from this guy right here. He had me build this for him. So
Nice.
yeah, this thing turned out sweet too. My all-time favorite freaking body style of a car, the Bel Air. Love it. I want to do one and get the official Tri-5s, the 55, 56, and 57. That'd be sweet. Yeah, I understand, but double-sided tape doesn't hold shrink-wrapped ESCs well for my application. Well, besides, hot glue is easily removed. Yes, that is true. Yeah. I use a little bit of hot glue on Alex's body here because I screwed up on cutting the freaking toy plastic bottom thing chassis, and I cut too much off, so I had to super glue the bumper onto it. Turned out good though. It's nice and smooth, nice and flat. It doesn't look like a Slimer came over and hocked a loogie on it. Yeah, the trick with hot glues, the hotter you have it, the better, because then it just flows out nice. And it doesn't get all stringy as fast, the hotter you have it. I actually, when I started doing all my light kits, I used to use hot glue to hold my wires to the Lexan bodies all the time.
Right.
Mm.
I will say the one benefit of hot glue is for sure is it sets up way faster than shoe glue.
Oh yeah.
You know, shoe glue, you know, it's like you gotta wait for it to even like hold. And then it's like 24 hours until it's fully cured. So
Yeah. And the mere fact that you can literally use natural effects like blowing on it to make it harden.
right. That's what she
Not
said.
yeah, I was waiting for it.
Well, Jim's not here. Somebody's got to do it.
Yep. I agree, Max Paul. Hell yeah. Oh, it's good. I can't wait for my desk to get here. Oh, Jeff, did you hear I actually got a Betty now?
An original Betty?
Yeah. It is pre 500 Betty.
Is it,
Give
is
it.
it open?
I did modify it, but I kept all the stock parts separate in their own bags in the box it came in.
Of course you did.
It
Nice.
is number 273. I got a steal of a deal on it. I think I paid less than $300 for it. Yep. One of my most favorite trucks, and it's so simple. It's funny though, because when I first seen this, when they released, I literally Sidetracks was the first place I seen it. This is way before I discovered you.
Oh,
And I thought it was ugly.
they
And
were
I
already
didn't.
gone by the time I opened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't really been open that long.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
4 years.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I walked because I was looking for a red deadbolt, and all I could find were the green ones. Like all over. And then when I wanted a green one for my dad, I couldn't find a fucking green one. I had to go to you for the body to paint it green for my dad. Yeah. And then I didn't even have the correct chassis. I mounted it on a JLU chassis.
I wonder if they're gonna bring back the deadbolt. Like because
I think they should. That I liked the deadbolt. I really did. If they came back, they already did the red, but that was my favorite color. Like I love red. Red and black, my two favorite colors together. But if they came back with like a gunmetal gray deadbolt or some kind of like yellow, I think would be kind of cool.
I think blue, orange, yellow. I think a silver would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yep. Silver with all the
why did they do these grays? It's like
yeah.
silver or a little darker. Maybe not quite gunmetal, but somewhere in that would be sweet.
Like that. Like the color of the Betty.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they should already have that color in their formulas. Take that, make a deadbolt. Come on, Axial, listen. They probably don't even know I exist, but
Well, and then they revamp the Gladiator and they come out with black, white, and fluorescent green on the Gladiator. I'm like,
yeah.
why didn't you do some good colors on the other trucks? Like, You know, fluorescent green. And like you put Kawasaki green on a Gladiator, like.
Yeah, I think I actually think it would be kind of cool if they came out with a new body like a Dodge. I know there's a lot of people that hate Dodge, but they have nobody. I think the Dodge Power Wagon is the only one that's been released. If they did a hard body and like some other like a more like 90s style Dodge, the popular ones, that I think would sell. Nobody's done it.
you need the grill. You need the grill,
Yeah.
and so you know what it is. Whatever
Yeah.
Dodge Ram 1500, whatever, blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, like,
And then they could do Mopar purple.
right, exactly, plum crazy purple.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta have some type of licensing because Jeep is Chrysler now, so they should be able to get the licensing for the Dodge Ram. Although Dodge Ram did split, Ram is its own entity now. It's not the Dodge Ram; it's just Ram.
Really?
Yeah. They did that in 2013.
Yep.
Either 2013 or 2014.
Wow, it's been that long. Oof.
Yeah, I kind of followed Dodge quite a bit because my last Dodge was a 2012 Dodge Ram Power Wagon.
Jesus.
I'm just kind of curious. I'm just kind of curious as to why they're on this hard body kick all of a sudden. Like,
I like the hard bodies. It stops me from doing these. The only reason I do these is because of the detail.
that's all fine
Otherwise-
and dandy. But like, you know, when I try to sell a Bronco and it drives like crap because it's so top heavy, you know, it's like,
Well, that's an easy fix. You throw on some brass weighted wheels, and
hey, people want it to work out of the box. I can sell an Ascent 18 and the thing's dialed to perfection. Not everybody buys 40 mini, you know, SCX 24s, Jason.
That is funny. I bet you I'm pushing 40 again.
You know, I mean, because they want it to work out of the box.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
the deadbolt's the worst.
Like Endura, they have some kick-ass freaking brass weighted wheels, and they're cheap.
Have you seen how many brass wheels I have at my shop? I don't.
Oh, like probably more than I can count on one hand. I know that much.
Yeah, I usually carry about at least 15 different sets of brass wheels. So
that's insane.
I think right now, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know. I'd say I probably have 50 or 60 different sets of wheels right now.
That's awesome.
Between aluminum and brass.
That's awesome. I'm stuck on the Mofo wheels. I know Mofo is kind of creaking to your ears, but I like the Mofo wheels because they're the heaviest ones out there. With his brass upgrades that he has for them, like this one tire, and this is
I
the
don't know.
one.
I've got a wheel I could show you, and you'd be like, "Whoa!"
Wheel and tire.
Does his wheel have the slugs in them?
That one wheel and tire weighs damn near 70 grams.
Yeah,
that's freaking heavy as shit. And Jim did the set, but he's got the brass plus 3 hex adapters. He's got the Islander kit, and he's got the brass outer ring. And I think his tipped the scales, one tire, one wheel at like 78 grams. It's insane.
Yeah, and then you put 4 of them on, and your truck won't move.
Well, if you go brushless, it will have no problems moving.
Well, yeah, but once again, you know, I mean, you know, just upgrade.
That little stock motor will probably go the first trigger pull. I should try that. I should I should max out the brass on these wheels, and put a stock motor to the test and see how long it takes to blow up.
I gave it 12 inches.
That's what he said.
Exactly.
On the one.
Heavy, mofo RC body, mofo max here. Not what? I think I am finally at a banner that I'm going to stick with for longer than 6 months. Because basically I changed it whenever I got rid of the truck that was on the banner. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this Betty.
How about you just don't put a truck on it?
I like to have the truck. That's what I'm all about.
True.
He does have the Misfit flag where it's just the logos.
Yeah, I do have that one. And that one is staying the same too. Like there's nobody going to be added to it. There's nobody going to be taken off of it. It's the original Misfits.
Yeah. How'd you end up letting me sneak in on that one, Jason?
Well, back when I was running the criteria, before I decided, because like since you got added to it, I think it's been altered like fucking 5 times. So I'm like, all right, enough's enough. This is where it's gonna be. This is where it's gonna stay. Boom. I'm sick of changing it all the time.
Be right back.
All right.
But yeah, I think back when I was in the track shack, I had this criteria where the easiest way to get a part of the Misfits is to make it out to the track shack. And then I'm like, well, that's unfair to people like on the West Coast and shit. So then I'm like, all right, well, if you appear on my live stream panel at least 5 times, then that will qualify you as well. So that's how you made it on.
And I bet you regret that decision of letting me into the Misfits ever since, huh?
Oh God, dude, every day. Every stinking day. Oh man. I lost my freaking screw. It's probably going to be in the vac room tomorrow.
I'm glad you said it before my wife could turn around in the kitchen. She looked like she wanted to come over here and say, "You better check that vacuum." Oh, that works out perfect. So you have this one. So you're basically building that Nomad for Mama, right? No. And she is actually sitting right here in arm's touch. And I'm saying no to that right in front of her.
Well, then you're gonna have to either have me build her one, or you're gonna have to build her one.
Oh. For like a year now. I've been waiting for her to tell me
what kind of chassis she wants me to throw this on because it's got the broken off nubs, so you can't mount it like normal.
Yeah.
She hasn't given me anything on
Oh,
what she wants to have.
I would look into a combination. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but a combination of the IR60 hinge and I think it's the Bronco hinge. I think you might be able to make a hinge that would work for that.
By what, screwing something else to the back?
Yeah, you would have to drill some screw holes through the back of it and screw some to it. Yep.
See, I was trying to do some research for her and see if like any 3D printed companies on Etsy did certain chassis rails with the skids, and then I was just going to try to alter their skids to accept magnet mounts.
Oh yeah, that would work. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that body's been sitting for almost a year.
This thing has flex for days. It almost could be a Cape Crawler truck. I bet you it's an easy 4-tire.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, not quite. Oh, wait. Yeah, totally. There's 4 tires, and those are some big tires too. Holy crap shit.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Stop sleeping.
Crazy. And the shock isn't even maxed out yet. Holy shit. If I 4-link it, don't ask me. Oh, it is 4-link. Fuck. Well, I'm not going to get any more out of it then.
You need
That's
longer
crazy.
links.
Yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
links you're running, do they have the O-rings on both sides of the links? Link balls, whatever?
No, I always keep the inside ring out. I only put one on the outside.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you definitely max that out
Yeah.
already then, yeah.
That is insane. It's right at the cusp of lifting that back tire.
Yeah.
And this other tire is like stuffed right up in the freaking fender well.
Yeah. Yeah. I had that much flex out of my power wagon at one point, and I got to a point I just started limiting the flex to the tire height, of the size tire that was on the vehicle.
Yeah, this is way above that. Yeah, I think that's a good happy medium. Just the height of the tire you're running.
Yeah.
I can't believe the shocks are actually supporting this freaking
Hopefully that rear setup doesn't mess with you, because I noticed that rear setup's a little bit more springy than the front.
Yeah, it's really springy. It's because they're raked over so much. If I wasn't so anal on color match, I would have ordered a set of shocks that I have on yours and put them in the rear, so I wouldn't have to rake the shock over so much. But
Well, both of those are the same manufacturer, right?
yeah, but these are literally from the same company. The only thing different is those are the 39 millimeters, and these are 51s.
Yeah.
But the shades of yellow are different.
Yeah, well, don't worry about the color of the outside, because what I'm about to say is you could take the 51s apart and the 39s apart and take the 39 shock shaft and put it in the 51 housing. You don't necessarily need the piston to bottom out at the top of the shock.
That's true. And it would cut down on the dropout.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good idea. Now I'm gonna have to order another set of shocks.
I'm just making you do more work every day, huh?
That's a good idea. Still looks cool. I'm liking it. And that's all that matters, is if I like it. That approach angle's freaking killer. Like the body sits behind the front edge of the tire, so it's like I could probably go right up to a freaking wall.
Yeah.
It'd flip over by the time I got to here, though. Well, I don't know. It kind of holds itself up.
Well, it'd still fall off the wall until you rode the tailgate back up against the wall.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end it anyway.
All good.
Heck yeah. Thanks for jumping on, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm glad there wasn't 9 people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Gets a
freaking
little hectic, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get up there more. And now it's just going to get harder because I'm going to be going back to work soon, but
right. No worries.
I'm trying.
Take it easy.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, guys.
Peace.
All right. Have a good night.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, you all. Yeah, keep an eye out for build videos. I know you guys have seen the final project, but I'm gonna do a video on all my like hidden critiques and how I went about getting to this. So keep your eyes out there. It might not happen this week, but it will happen. Definitely before I go back to work. But if I go back to work before I make a video, it ain't ever gonna happen. But heck yeah, guys. Peace.
Y'all have a good night.